student again. So we have started already the soil pollution, water pollution. We have completed their pollutant material also we have completed. Now let us start what is the soil pollution and how the soil get polluted due to the different waste material which has been released from the industries. So as it is defined as the addition of the substances to the soil which adverse effect on the physical, chemical and biological properties of the soil, right? Okay. So whatever the chemical waste material which has been released from the industry, that get contaminated with the soil, and the physical and the chemical and biochemical properties of the soil get damages, right? Okay. So that is called as the soil pollution. Okay. So pollutant material which has been released from the natural processes or from the industrial processes that get contaminated with the soil, and the physical and chemical and biological properties of the soil get affected, and that reduce the productivity of the soil, which is called as the soil pollutions, right? Okay. So this is the definition of soil pollutions. So hence the productivity of soil is damaged due to the pesticides, herbicides, rodenticides that we use to increase the productivity of the crop or the grains. So for that purpose, what happen, the physical, chemical and biological properties of the soil get damages, and hence their productivity has been reduced. That is called as the soil pollution. Okay. So this soil pollution is built up of persistent toxic chemicals. That is the, what are the chemicals which decreases the productivity of the soil. So these are the different chemicals, different salts. So that is the sodium chloride salts or different cadmium chloride salts. So these are the salts and radioactive materials. So radioactive material, that is uranium, thorium, so this uranium and thorium based industries, they release the different radioactive material, krypton, xenon, these are the radioactive substances. So these radioactive substances increases the radioactive pollutant material, and which is mixed with the soil, or diseases causing agent in the soil which have adverse effect on the plant growth and human and animal health, right? Okay. So what is the theme of this soil pollution is that, so soil is also very important. So you know that our economy is the agriculture based economy. Indian economy is agriculture based economy. Near about 60% farmers increase the productivity, and due to that our economy is growing, isn't it? So therefore what happened, so soil is a very part and parcel of our life, isn't it? So from the soil, when we sowing the seeds and we get the different grains, different vegetables, different type of this what you can say grains, right, wheat, so or different type of material, that is productive material for our livelihood. Okay. So therefore this soil is important, but due to what happened, due to the increased capacity of the productivity of different grains or the vegetables, we are using the many pesticides, many herbicides, many rodenticides. We are using the DDT also in the Second World War period. So that is 1939 to 1945. In between this year there was a Second World War, and in that Second World War period we had used up the DDT, but nowadays in India also or in many countries there is a ban on the DDT. Okay. So this DDT is very dangerous to the health of the human being as well as for the growth of the plants. So due to use of these materials, right, so soil get polluted. So hence what is meant by the soil pollution? So soil pollution is nothing but the substance, it is the addition of the substances to the soil. Addition of the substances, chemicals, salts, different substances, nuclear waste, these are the substances which added to the soil, and the effect on the soil is that their physical, their chemical and their biological properties gets reduces, and due to that changes, and due to that productivity get reduced, productivity of the soil get reduced, that is called as the soil pollution, right. Okay. So now you have understood what is meant by the soil pollution. So what are the causes and sources of the soil pollution? Okay. So you know that first is the plastic bag. So nowadays in Maharashtra also government has declared that ban on the plastic, but without plastic we don't have the habit at the time of we are going from our home to the outside, we should take the one bag, but we are not having such a habit. So if you want to take any material from the outside to your home, so plastics are going to get used. So due to this plastic, what happened? So these plastic bags is a non-biodegradable material, so it can be stay in the soil for a centuries. Okay, so therefore it is a very dangerous. So that is this plastic bag, they accumulate in soil and prevent the germination of the seeds. They stay in the soil for centuries. Keep in mind, they will not get decompose, they will not get decay. Okay, so therefore the plastics which has been thrown in the soil, they cannot get easily decomposed, they cannot get easily decayed. So therefore they remain in the soil, and due to that the germination of seed is not takes place. So germination of seed get disturbed, and hence if the germination of seed is not takes place, so crops productivity has been decreases. So this is one of the points that they accumulate, that is the plastic bag, they accumulate in the soil and prevent the germination of seed. They stay in the soil for centuries. So next is the burning of plastics also. So you know that if the plastic is burned, so burning of plastic in the garbage release the high toxic and poisonous carbon monoxide. This carbon monoxide is very dangerous gas, because when we inhaled this carbon monoxide, then what happened? This carbon monoxide react with the hemoglobin and produce the carboxyhemoglobin, and this carboxyhemoglobin reduce the oxygen, pure oxygen for the blood, and due to that what happened? The different diseases may be occur, asthma like diseases occur. So therefore this burning of plastic in garbage release the high toxic poisonous gas, that is the carbon monoxide, phosgene and dioxin. Okay, so this phosgene gas is this COCl2, carbonyl chloride gas. So this phosgene gas is very dangerous gas, because this inhaled more time or more percentage of this carbon chloride, carbonyl dichloride, phosgene gas. So there may be the death of the person will be takes place, because this is a very dangerous gas. It enter into the body, and our blood get poisoned due to this inhalation of this carbon monoxide, phosgene and dioxin gases, right. Okay, so this is regarding the some material which can chemicals which can get contaminated in the soil, and soil get polluted, right. Okay. So next I have at the outset of this video I have told you that pesticides, then weedicides, then rodenticides is used up by the farmer, and if the excessive amount is used up, then it causes the soil damages. So first is this pesticides. Now it is a chemical that include the insecticides, fungicides, algicides, rodenticides and weedicides. Okay, so therefore what include the pesticides. So you know that if the pest is increases in the farmers crop, so what will happen? So they have to use the chemicals which include the insecticide, fungicide. If the fungus is developed on the crop, fungicide is used up. Then if the algae is increases due to the more excessive fall of the rainy season time, rains. So you know that in this year, so fall of rain is much more taking place, and due to that algae is developed. So that is phosphate is the chemical which is responsible to develop the algae. So therefore we have to use the algicides, rodenticides and weedicides. So you know that weeds are increasing in the rainy season. Then what happened to damage these weeds? So weedicides is used, and what happened? We have to use these material, that is the insecticide, fungicides, algicides and rodenticides and weedicides, in order to improve the productivity of the agriculture, then forest and then horticulture. Then these pesticides contain what chemicals? So what are the chemicals which contain the pesticides? Herbicides, that is the insecticides and fungicides. So first of all, the herbicides. So we use the herbicides. So herbicides contain what, and pesticides contain what, that we have to use. So now generally you know that these pesticides we use contain the DDT also, or chlorohydrocarbon. So endosulfan, you know that generally the farmers are increasing the endosulfan to increase the productivity in the agriculture. So that is the chlorocarbon, chlorohydrocarbon, DDT, dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. So the DDT, endosulfan. Nowadays DDT has been banned in India also. In many countries also there is a ban on the DDT, use of DDT. So therefore what is the pesticides we use contain the chemicals? First is the chlorohydrocarbon. So this is chlorohydrocarbons, CHCS, chlorohydrocarbons. Then DDT, dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane, right? So this is the DDT. So I can write the structure of a DDT. So this is the structure of DDT. So the Cl, dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. So this is the DDT. So this is the structure of benzene again. So here this is the Cl. Dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. So this is the Cl and this Cl. So this is the dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. So that is the DDT, right? So this is regarding the DDT. So this 1, 2, 3, and next is, so this is C double bond O H, right? So this is the DDT structure. Now this DDT is also used as a pesticide. So it has a very much effect also. So therefore it has been banned, right? So next is the third is the endosulfan. So this endosulfan is accumulate in the soil and cause the biomagnification. So what is the side effect of this is the biomagnification. So therefore these pesticides use chlorohydrocarbon, DDT, endosulfan accumulate in the soil and cause the biomagnification. If it stay more time in the soil, so it causes the that is the biomagnification. So then herbicides. So herbicides contain which of the chemicals? So sodium chloro, sodium chlorate, this NaClO3, sodium arsenite, Na3ASO3. These are the chemicals generally used in the herbicides. So herbicides contain what? The sodium chlorate, so this NaClO3, then sodium arsenite, okay, Na3ASO3. These are very much toxic materials, okay. So this sodium chlorate and sodium arsenite, these are very much toxic to what? Mammals. So you know the mammals, animals, so therefore they are very toxic to the mammals, animal, plant diseases also, okay. So many plants gets different type of color, so due to the diseases caused and the excessive amount of if the sodium chlorate or the sodium arsenite is used. So these are toxic to the animals, that is the mammals, as well as to the plants. So therefore different diseases is caused in the plant due to the excessive use of the sodium chlorate and sodium arsenite, right, okay. This is the material that is we use is the pesticides. What is the material which increases the soil pollution? That is the pesticides, herbicides that we have used. So next important is the industrial waste, okay. So industrial waste, it includes the biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste, okay. So this industrial waste is sorted as the biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. So what is mean by biodegradable waste? So it is generated by the cotton mills, keep in mind, this is important. So biodegradable waste is from the generated from the cotton mills, from food processing unit. You know that different type of artificial foods is to be prepared in the industry, food industries. So therefore that is the food processing unit. Then different type of paper mills. You know that there are many industries or many mills are there which manufacture the papers. So from that biodegradable material is to be generated or released, that the paper mills and textile industries or factories, okay. So textile factories, so these are the very important based industries. So they release or generated the biodegradable waste. So biodegradable waste is generated from the cotton mills, from the food processing unit, from the textile industries, and also from the paper mills. So now what is the non-biodegradable waste? So these are the biodegradable waste. Now what is the non-biodegradable waste? So non-biodegradable waste is generated by the thermal power plant. Okay, so you know that in Polavaram, in Andhra Pradesh, in Maharashtra, Jaitapur, Madhaban, a thermal power plant has been installed or has been built up by the central government. So they generate the fly ash. Okay, so therefore, so it is generated by the thermal power plant, that is the non-biodegradable waste. So this thermal power plant produces the fly ash. Okay, fly ash, iron. So fly ash and iron has been released by which industries? So that is the thermal power plant industries. Then from the steel plant also, isn't it? So this zinc and you can say zinc based industry, that is the steel plant which produce the blast furnace, ज्याला मराठीमध्ये आपण झोत भट्टी म्हणतो, blast furnace. And then is the slag. Okay, you know the slag because you have studied the chemistry first part topic, that is the metallurgy. In the metallurgy there is a slag. Okay, so therefore this is also a non-biodegradable waste. What is the non-biodegradable waste? Fly ash, iron, that is produced from the thermal power plant. From the steel they produce the blast furnace and the slag. Okay, so similarly non-biodegradable material is also produced from the industrial manufacturing, that is the aluminium. You know that our aircraft, okay, so this aircraft is produced from the aluminium. So therefore the industrial manufacturing aluminium, then zinc, then copper produce the made and tailings. Tailings in the sense खान, ज्याला आपण म्हणतो खाणी जी आहे त्याला टेलिंग्स म्हणतात, TAILINGS. टेलिंग्स इंडिकेट द खान. Okay, from these tailings many gases has been released and which can be contaminated with the soil, right? Okay, so therefore industrial manufacturing of aluminium, zinc, copper produce the mud and tailings. Okay, so therefore mud you know very well, so therefore this non-biodegradable material, so fertilizer industry produce the gypsum. Okay, so fertilizer industries produce the gypsum, right? Then hazardous waste such as inflammable and highly reactive substances affect the environment. So therefore these are the non-biodegradable waste. So non-biodegradable waste is generated or produced from the different industries. What are that industries? First is the thermal power plant industries, which produce the fly ash and iron. So steel plant industries produce the blast furnace and the slag, whereas industrial manufacturing of aluminium, zinc and copper produce the mud. Okay, similarly, so these fertilizer industries produce the gypsum. So these are the hazardous waste such as inflammable, highly reactive substances affect to the environment, right? Okay, so this is regarding the what we can say biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste, right? Okay, so this is the theoretical part, so you should understand very easily if you listen this video and if you write the notes from this video also. Okay, so on the basis of this soil pollution, we will have the different questions also. Okay, so what are that questions? So we will see here. So first MCQ, positive pollution of soil is due to, okay, positive pollution of soil is due to excessive use of fertilizer, addition of waste in soil, reduction in soil and productivity, all of the above. So positive pollution of soil is due to what? You know that. First, excessive use of fertilizer. If you use the fertilizer, then what will happen? The soil get damages, productivity of the soil is reduced. So this is also a correct option. Second, addition of the waste on the soil. So plastic bag, they stay in the soil for more centuries. So here we have studied, so that is plastic bag, they accumulate in the soil and prevent the germination of seed. Okay, so that is also a correct option. So therefore this is also a correct option, this is also a correct option. So then see the reduction in soil productivity. Yes, this is also positive due to the pollution of the soil. Reduction of the soil productivity is decreases. Okay, so soil productivity decreases due to the plastic bags or due to the fertilizers excessive used in the land. So last is all of the above. So therefore answer will be last, all of the above, right? So this is a very easy MCQ. So that we have studied just now. Okay, so now second, what is the second MCQ? Non-biodegradable industrial waste that can be utilized by the cement industry. What is the question? Again, I will repeat this question. Non-biodegradable industrial waste that can be utilized by the cement industry. So that is A option, fly ash, B option, slag, C option, gypsum, and D option, both A and B, right? Okay, so I am going to repeat this question. Non-biodegradable industrial waste that can be utilized by the cement industries, that is the fly ash, slag, gypsum, both A and B. So you know that, so gypsum is produced from which industry? Just now we have seen that is the fertilizer. So what they have asked? They have asked the non-biodegradable industrial waste that can be utilized by the cement industries. So in the cement industries, what is used? Fly ash and the slag. So therefore we cannot use the gypsum. So therefore D is the answer. Right? Gypsum is not used in the cement industry. What they use? They use the fly ash and the slag. So therefore what is the answer? Answer will be last one, right? Okay, so next question is third one. Select the biodegradable industrial waste. select the biodegradable industrial waste. So, just now we have seen, so A is waste from the cotton mill, that is also a correct. Then B, waste from paper mill, that is also a correct. Okay. So, next is the what they have given? They have given is the B is over C. They have given fly ash from thermal power plants. Fly ash from the thermal power plant. And last is waste from the food processing unit. Okay. So, therefore, what is the question? Select the biodegradable industrial waste. Biodegradable industrial waste. So, biodegradable industrial cotton mills, food processing unit, paper mills. Okay. So, therefore, this waste from the cotton mills, waste from the paper mills. Okay. A, B, C, the fly ash from the thermal power plant. Okay. And which waste from the food processing unit. Select which of the following is not biodegradable industrial waste, like this. Select which is not question, which is not biodegradable industrial waste. Okay. So, waste from cotton mill, waste from paper mills, then this waste from the food processing unit. So, all these are the biodegradable material. Which is not the biodegradable material? Fly ash from the thermal power plant. So, yes, this is the answer. So, question is select which is not the biodegradable industrial waste. Which is not the biodegradable industrial waste? Fly ash from the thermal power, right. Okay. So, here you know that this fly ash, this we have seen here, it is generated from the thermal power plant which produce the fly ash. So, that is the non-biodegradable waste. What is the question asked? Select the biodegradable industrial waste. So, select which is not biodegradable industrial waste. So, this is not the biodegradable industrial waste, that is the fly ash from the thermal power plant, right. Okay. So, last question. Fourth, which one of the following is not a non-biodegradable industrial waste? Okay. So, C, which is not a non-biodegradable waste. So, A is the gypsum from the fertilizer. So, gypsum from fertilizer is a non-biodegradable fertilizer waste. Then what is the B? B is the mud and tailing from the metal industries. Yes, mud ज्याला आपण काय म्हणूया आपण त्याला माती सारखं जे असतं मड है ना. So, that is the waste material. Mud and tailings, खान ज्याला आपण म्हणतो है की नाही. ओके. दलदल ज्याला मड म्हणजे दलदलच्या ठिकाणचा जो भाग आहे मातीसारखा है की नाही त्याला आपण मड म्हणतो. मड अँड टेलिंग्स, सॉरी, दॅट इज येस, this is the TAILINGS, tailings, khan, from the metal industries. So, from metal industries mud and tailings is to be generated, is to be released. So, this is also a non-biodegradable material. See, slag from the steel industries. So, you know that from the steel industries, so blast furnace and slag is to be generated, is to be produced, that is the non-biodegradable industries. So, this is also a non-biodegradable. So, then waste from the textile industries. Yes, this is not the non-biodegradable material. So, this is the biodegradable material. So, hence what is the question? Which one of the following is not a biodegradable industrial waste? So, D is not a biodegradable industrial waste, right. Okay. So, this is regarding the soil pollution. So, you do one thing at your home, you write all these notes in your book. Okay. For environmental chemistry you have to buy one notebook, small notebook, okay, and in that notebook you write the everything, whatever I have written here. Okay. So, that is the notes. I have prepared the notes and I have written these notes on the board. So, you have the time to see the video repeatedly, one or twice or thrice time. So, therefore, you can write all these things in your notebook. So, if you write the notebook, these notes, then you can solve this MCQ. Very easy MCQs are there. So, hence you can understand the soil pollution. Okay. So, last part of this topic, that is environmental chemistry, is remain, that is the green chemistry. So, that we will see in the next video. Thank you.